Hi Topper Tribe. I hope everybody's keeping safe and well, and that maybe some of you have even managed to get back on the water. Unfortunately, up in Southport, we're not on the water at the minute. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on where things are up to within the class. First of all, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. Our headline sponsors, GJW Direct. If you need to renew your boat insurance, have a click on the links on this or on our website and renew your dinghy insurance with them. If you're in need of some new kit, follow the links for Rooster. If you're kitting out the boat, perhaps a few more bits and pieces from Harken. If you need that new racing watch, Optimum Time. And if you need a new topper, contact Topper themselves. So as you know, we've unfortunately had to cancel NS5, which was due to be sailed at Pwllheli. We'd hoped to slip in a potential NS6 in July, but we've also had to cancel that together with the National Championships. There's a note out on the Facebook pages to explain what's going on there. We do put in a considerable amount of time ahead of these events, and with the current restrictions only being lifted ever so slightly and very slowly, we don't believe that we'll be able to run an event with close to 1,000 people on site as we had when we were last at Weymouth. So unfortunately, it's been necessary to cancel these. You can still get some National Series clothing, some hoodies and t-shirts for those that would like them. If you follow the links on our Facebook pages where it lets you know about the cancellation, you can follow the link to get a hoodie if you still fancy something with the Nationals logo on it. In place of NS5, we are going to have another virtual regatta, which is kindly being organised for us by Noah Fitzgerald and his team. So follow the links on the Facebook pages and get yourself signed on for that. We have about £300 worth of prizes to be won there. And good luck. So initially, we expect that racing and training is going to restart back in the regions. So keep an eye out on your local topper pages to find out where the open training is local to yourselves and when and where the next Traveller Series events might be. Following on from that, here's the racing calendar for 2021, and fingers, eyes and toes crossed that we can get the Autumn Championships in on the 3rd and 4th of October at Draycott Water. Next, I'd like to talk about squads. First of all, a huge thank you to Chris Davis, who's organised the squad training for both the RYA and the ITCA squad so brilliantly over the last few years. We're really sorry to be losing you and wish you all the very best for the future. But a huge thank you for all you've done for the class. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank everybody that's taken part in the Survey Monkey that we put out to determine the future format of the ITCA teams. We had 79 respondents, and congratulations to Iris Singleton, who won the prize draw for the Harken Drive bag. The first question we asked of the 4.2 sailors was whether they would prefer one or two teams. The overwhelming majority seemed to be voting for the two teams. So that would be a team in the north, a team in the south, training in local venues to them, but coming together on occasion during the year to train together. Next, we asked about the number of training weekends, and again, the majority thought that what we were doing with 5 weekends was about right. With the 5.3 teams, the majority voted in favour of 2 teams, one in the north, one in the south, coming together to train on occasion throughout the training season. In terms of the number of weekends, it was thought that 6 weekends throughout the year was again about right. This is just one more than the 4.2 teams currently have, but the same as the 5.3s have had this season. The majority of you also thought it was a good idea to have some invitational training ahead of the National Championships, so we'll be looking at how we can organise that for you for next year. At the moment, we're also trying to work out how you'll qualify for a place in the ITCA teams this coming winter. as without the qualification events we'd usually have, this is going to prove difficult. So keep an eye out for any information that we can post out on the website or the Facebook pages in the future. Another big thank you, this time to Steve and Neris Chandler, who will finish in their roles as events manager after completing NS1 in October this year. So thank you very much for all that you guys have done for the class in supporting us at each of the events and organising us at the events during the seasons. We will be advertising for a replacement for them before then. It is a paid role, and if you're interested or know of somebody who would be interested, keep an eye out on our Facebook pages for further details. We'll be posting them there. We're always looking for volunteers. So a big thanks to Sam Young, who has agreed to take on the role of Vice Chair in charge of training and help us to coordinate the new ITCA training teams for this autumn. We're also looking for a marketing and social media coordinator, so if this is something that you feel you can do for the class, please give us a shout and let us know. We're looking for rib custodians. Those are the people that look after the 4 ribs that the class owns, and we will pay mileage towards the cost of getting the ribs to the events. And we're also looking for people with ribs that might be prepared to bring their own ribs to an event, and we will pay you a unit rate for doing that. As I'm sure you'll appreciate, we're not going to be able to hold a real AGM, a real live AGM this year, so we're looking at undertaking a virtual AGM using Microsoft Teams on Wednesday the 5th of August at 7 PM. We'll post details out of that shortly and probably send invitations out via email. Keep an eye out for that. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this. I hope you get out on the water soon.